everyone, and welcome back to another great episode of Raihana's Cuisines. Today we're going to be making lo mein noodles. I have all the ingredients that I like to put in there, but if there's any ingredients that you don't like and would like to omit, please do so, or if you like to add some ingredients, you can do so. So let's get started, and I'm going to show you what ingredients we have here. Let's first go ahead and talk about our sauces here. So for our sauces here, I have ketchup. This is thick soy sauce. You should be able to find that in any of your Asian stores. Just by smelling it, I know this is Worcestershire sauce. That can be available in any of your grocery stores. I've got a pinch of garlic and ginger, and I've got some good quality soy sauce. So this is the sauce mixture that we have here. And then I also have a Thai garlic chili paste. If you would like to make this dish spicy, you can go ahead and add that in there. I just have a pan that's getting really nice and hot. So what I'm going to do is, before we talk about our vegetables, I'm going to go ahead and drizzle a little bit of olive oil in there. Alright, so let's discuss what our veggie ingredients are here. These are the lo mein noodles that I use. You can find these in your refrigerator section in any Asian store. But if you don't want to use this and you want to use something that's in a packet, you could use the ramen noodles, or you could buy really thin spaghetti, wheat spaghetti or thin angel hair spaghetti, and just cut it or cook it and then snip it, and you can use that too. So noodle preference is all yours. You can even use the cellophane noodles if you want. So let's go ahead and discuss the vegetables real quick here. We're gonna take the onion and we're gonna cut it lengthwise. I have some pea pods here, and I like to use them whole, but if you like, you could cut it in half and use it that way. I have some mushrooms here. I have some shredded carrot. I have meat that I've shredded. If you would like to see how I prepare this meat, there is a video out there that I have made on how to cook the meat and then shred it. And I actually made this meat in my crock pot. And then I've got bean sprouts here. And I have some bell peppers, which are green, red, orange, and yellow. And since it's summertime, you should find an abundance amount of fresh veggies and colorful veggies that you would like to add to this dish. I have to grab a knife real quick. And what we're gonna do is, we're just gonna slice it lengthwise, thin, long strips. Now my pan is really nice and hot. I can feel the heat here, so that's just perfect. You just want to make sure that they're all nice and thin. And they are just okay. So we're gonna go ahead and put our onions in there first. This is a really quick dish. If you cook and freeze the meat, then this dish will not take you more than 10 minutes to make. So we have our onions cooking here. Next thing that I'm going to do is, I'm going to stir fry this with the pea pods. And I don't want to cook it that much, and I'm gonna go ahead and increase my heat to high because I want to stir fry this on high heat. So I'm gonna go ahead and add my pea pods in there, and since the pea pods take just a little bit of a longer time to cook than all the other veggies over here, we're gonna add that, and I'm gonna show you how colorful this dish is gonna come together. Alright, let's go ahead and add our bell peppers in there. I'm gonna go ahead and add my carrots in here. My bean sprouts. Mushrooms. And whenever I make this dish, I always have too much, just because, you know, when you have the vegetables all sitting and you've cut them and you've kept them to put it in here, but once you start getting the veggies in here, it just becomes a lot. So it's really nice and stir frying really, really good. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and add my shredded beef in here. You could use chicken, you could use shrimps, you could use imitation crab. Whatever you like, you can use. Alright, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get all our sauce ingredients together. I'm just going to use one of the bowls that I put the vegetables in. So we're going to go ahead and add our ginger garlic paste in here. Ketchup. Worcestershire sauce, soy sauce, oops, and the thick soy sauce. Now if you haven't worked with thick soy sauce, it's really good. It's really rich. And it has like a molasses smell in it, and it's just really good, but you just don't want to add too much. When I first started using it, I added a tablespoon in like a little bit of ramen noodles that I had made, and I had a lot. That was just too much in there. So now I'm going to go ahead and add the sauce in here. I don't like using the cornstarch or anything in there. That's just my personal preference, and I'll tell you why. When I have leftovers and I put the stir fry in the fridge, it becomes thick, almost like a thick paste, and I just don't like that much for it to become a paste. I would like it to stay fresh and not become gooey. So this is why I don't add the cornstarch in there. Now these noodles are already cooked, so what I'm going to do now is just go ahead and add the noodles. Just want to pull them apart just a little bit. gonna go ahead and add just a little bit of water in there, cover it up. When we come back, I am gonna show you my secret ingredient that I'm gonna put a splash of in there, and we're gonna go ahead and present it and plate it for you. So we're back. I just added a little bit of water in there and I covered it up so the noodles can just soften up just a little bit there. It looks perfect. If you wanted to have more gravy in there, go ahead and add a little bit of beef stock or chicken stock in there, and add more of the sauces that I talked about. Those are my base sauces. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this off, and then I always like something different in my foods. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a splash of orange. And that's gonna be something that you're just gonna smell, and the aroma is gonna be so good. Go ahead and add both of them in there. Who says you don't get a workout in the kitchen? All right. There we go. Now, I don't want to throw this away. I want to show you something that you could do. I'm going to get my garbage can out here. And we're just going to clean out the insides because it's all just pulp. And I'll show you a simple way to just present this dish. Alright, so I took all the pulp out. I'm going to quickly go ahead and wash my hands so we can plate this. And you can do the same thing with the other one, or I'll show you another thing that you could do too. Because I really believe with presentation is the key, because we eat with our eyes. So I'm going to give this a quick stir because we added the orange in there. And I'm serious, I just wish we had smell-o-vision, because I can smell that citrus, orange citrus in there. It just smells so good. Alright. Now what I am going to do is, first I'm going to put some in here for me so it can start cooling down. So I can take a bite into it and tell you guys how it tastes. Okay. All right, for our presentation, I have a bowl here. Go ahead and add. This is a pretty heavy pan because it's like a thick bottom pan, heavy bottom pan, so there we go. Again, clean up your pan so you don't have any waste. Alright. And then what you could do is you could just take some and just some vegetables that you see that you would like to show on top, you know. Just move it around. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is from the side here, I'm just going to take some, put it in our orange. So the ingredient that they don't see here is that orange, and then you're just going to plate it like so. Add just a couple, so you just And the reason why I'm doing this, I could have showed you just a complete plate, but I really wanted to show you how you can garnish your plates and just make them look really, really good. And then what you can also do with the leftover, again, we're gonna come back here. We're gonna wipe off our dish and make sure that the dish looks really nice and neat when you present it. There we go. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this that we didn't use, just gonna cut that up like so. Could just take out the pulp from there. You could also grate up some orange zest and add that on top if you like. And see, you can do garnishing with, like, you won't eat this, but you're making use of it. And it's up to you how you want to do it, you know. It's just gonna add sorry about that. It's just gonna add a little bit of color and a little bit of curiosity as to why we have the oranges on here, and then that would be a part of the conversation when you are eating. So let me go ahead and do a quick taste test here. So I'm gonna get my favorite, mushrooms. Wow. The taste of the orange just comes out. It's so good. It's got the refreshing taste of the orange. And then all the vegetables have gotten together and it tastes so good with all the sauces that we've added. So this is our lo mein, our beef lo mein. And that will conclude this episode of Raihana's Cuisines. Thank you for joining me on this episode. I hope I can see you here next time with another great recipe. See you then, folks.